What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Sleeper C, as you already know. Today we're checking out this video by Goatis. The Tren twins. Junkies share their favorite teenage girl music. Should be a good video. Starting kind of a new playlist or series on this channel of like react content. So stay tuned for more of that and let's get into it.
Yo, as requested, I'm going to review a full day of eating by the Tren twins.
What happened to the VTuber? What happened? You said you were gonna do that. What happened to VTuber? Yeah, I just haven't had time yet.
They look so incredibly short. It's funny how, if this channel was called the Heroin Twins, it wouldn't be allowed on YouTube, but because it's called the Tren Twins, and it promotes Trenbolone, it's somehow okay, even though it's an illegal drug in most countries on Earth, especially in the United States. It's very clear that the so-called system wants you to use these drugs to shorten your lifespan, to essentially kill you.
Gotta agree with that, Goatis. Doubt that YouTube would allow them being called the Heroin Twins. I'll be posting the link to this video in the description.
Haven't shaven in a few days.
Try not to
That's why we don't record our vlog in normal life.
Of course, these
pause the
loser
video too much.
slaves have 2 dogs instead of children. Who would want to have children with them anyway?
This shit ends up happening. If that doesn't wet
The
your whistle,
slaves
then I don't
have
know
dogs
what does.
instead of children. Of course. Of course they do.
Why do you wear a hoodie inside of the house?
Look at that color.
Yeah, for real.
Beautiful
What's
color.
that?
Creaminess in those eggs. Why aren't mine cooking? Look at that. Take the spatula. Here you go. Thanks, brother. We got one spatula for some fucking meal. So we got that typical, just bodybuilder fucking meal. Honestly, egg whites, oats.
How are you
Bodybuilder meal.
You're destroying your bodies. How are you in any way building your body? You're not doing anything that's healthy for your body. It's very clear self-destruction.
Yes. Self-destructive habits. Not good.
They
that
eat typical
megalomania?
garbage. It doesn't even matter what they eat because of the drugs. Of course, he also has toxic tattoos.
That's toxic what? Everything is like toxic to
It's gonna take
Goatis.
a while for all that fiber. You know,
I've seen
those
like
eggs,
maybe
no
like
amino acids.
2 or
I'll
3
get
of
muscle.
The
Goatis's
eggs are
other
the only
videos
good
kind
part
of
the
a
meal
little
from
bit
what
of
I
them.
saw. They also ate bread, which is full of glyphosate and only has fiber, anti-nutrients, and sugar.
Be hungry and probably not, honestly. You got 5 meals today.
Yes.
You're fat. I'm fat as You're fat as I'm fat as You want to tell me some more? Yeah, you're fat as I'm probably eating more than I was in December because I would eat crumble cookie and then starve myself because I was just like, damn, I'm fat as Speaking of gear, we got a new cycle. You know, everybody wants to know about steroids. They think it's and all. I'm taking like 200
The one on the right is Sam Solik, right? Or is my brain just freaking insanely
How can this
rotted?
be allowed on YouTube? It's just amazing because if you would be saying that about any other drugs, then your video would be removed within a minute. But just because you promote these specific drugs, which are just as illegal and deadly, it's somehow okay. It's the same reason they promote Sam Selleck and all of these people.
Gotta kinda
They
agree with
want
that.
young men to be on drugs. It's
Yeah.
just
It's not the
clear as
heroin
day.
twins.
What was it? 70?
It's not the
140,
Xanax twins,
210.
it's not the heroin
So I was 10
twins.
milligrams off. Me. Right now we're on fucking, 210
got a kinda
milligrams
point
of
with
test,
that.
20 milligrams Anavar. 2
It's
IU
'cause-
growth,
it's 'cause they
ACL
want them to
reflexes,
remain
just
slaves, right,
practically
Goatis?
nothing. Keep everything like
They want
water
all the
level.
younger
I don't even need that
generation
much.
to remain
It gets to a certain
slaves.
point where it's actually toxic for
Eat
your
their
body. and
salt.
It's always
Their
toxic
sugar.
for your body. It
Get
always
2 more.
destroys you biochemically. All that it does is age your
Destroy us
body. These guys are
biochemically.
in their early 20s but already look very aged. They don't have any youth left.
Remain
in your early
slaves.
20s, you should still look like a
Not reproduce
so-called
children or
teenager.
go
preventing
hunting.
you from actually getting better. The reason you
Not
want to stay away from
reproduce
just
children,
fucking taking gear as a beginner
not
lifter
go hunting.
is because you're putting on natural gains that you could have put on natty. You want to like extend how much gains you can get as a natural because you don't want to put on muscle taking steroids that you could have put on naturally. Like
True.
that just sounds fucking. Then you're gonna have to take more steroids later on in your lifting career to get more gains. So you're kind of like you're compensating.
Lifting career. They actually see it as a career, kind of like a job, as if you're progressing. How are you progressing? How is it a career? What do you actually achieve? What's the end goal of lifting? All that you do is lift more and more man-made metal in a man-made building full of loser slaves who are either ugly or short. 99.99% of men
you wanna lift,
who go to the gym, and
don't
especially the
lift
ones
man-made
who
objects.
use drugs,
Only
are
naturally
ugly or
found
short.
logs,
Usually
by the way.
both. Are you trying to compete with the ugly and short guys
I'm just
to
telling you
see
how
who
it
can
is.
lift more man-made metal?
You want to remain a slave, then
Stay
you
natural.
lift man-made metal. If you want to stay
I'm
natural, you
going for that
go out into your
That
nearest
has calories in it, though.
forest and you
Chicken
find the
fucking rice,
heaviest
what do
fucking log
Most easily
possible.
digestible meal for your body because it has the least amount of nutrients.
He's got a point,
I don't wanna
really,
give
if you
any
think about it.
misleading fucking information. I watched a whole YouTube video on the history of meat and which is most nutritious. But as far as amino and
Really, I
overall
hope you
mineral
guys
composition,
start to
it's
understand this.
last. How do we find a way to argue about chicken and rice?
Is the rice or the chicken easier to digest? I can't even understand what they mean because they seem almost neurotic. They can't form coherent sentences. Rice only has fiber, which is indigestible, and sugar. Of course, that's harder to digest than chicken. If the chicken is raw, then you can perfectly digest it. Of course, you shouldn't be eating the chickens of today raw because of the medications and the unnatural food that they get.
I don't know.
Yeah, I pumping
We
them full of
consume this literally probably
steroids
30
and
40
hormones,
minutes
just like the
workout.
two we're watching on screen. Right, go to all the chickens aren't even natural chickens anymore either.
They are both
sense.
absolutely brainwashed slaves. The definition of losers.
Yep.
This guy also has tattoos, and that's because he wants to appear tough. They use the Tren because they know that
He has tattoos
they
because he
will
wants to
always
appear
be
tough.
looked down upon. Literally,
And the Tren.
most men will look down on them, and this is something that creates incredibly bad insecurities.
Goatis, you be kind of
3 rules.
spitting though.
Huh?
And spitting
Eat,
facts, I
finish
guess.
everything on your plate. Believe Jesus died on the cross for your sins. And the third one, spit it out.
Ollie and Anna seem so perfect.
Oh, what
What
the?
people didn't know was she
There's
was
actual
screaming
ads on
for help.
Goatis?
Celebrating the lions.
Bullet for my Valentine.
Yeah, at least you guys get to see the title of the video again.
Celebration its own. Chest day.
It's actually also funny how they listen to poser music. At the beginning, I think it was 3 Days Grace. All of these guys who have tattoos, wear sunglasses, go to the gym, listen to fake rock and metal bands, they have no idea what they're listening to. Actually, this is essentially just pop rock, but it's labeled as rock or metal music for the loser slaves who have no idea what real rock and metal music is. If they would hear black or death metal, then they would say that it's too much for them. No, I gotta go back to listen to Breaking Benjamin, some stupid pop rock. Really pathetic. Really shows you who they really are.
We have to go back to listening to Breaking Benjamin. Nothing else. Only the pop rock Breaking Benjamin. Thank you very much.
The music that they listen to, which mostly teenage girls used to listen to, nowadays they are not popular anymore, actually perfectly shows you who they are. They listen to fake poser music, they have these tattoos, they are incredibly insecure, which is
They
why
listen to
they
teenage girl
lift
music.
man-made metal for no reason,
metal.
just to show how tough they are to the other losers. But in reality, if it would come down to it, they wouldn't be able to do anything which a man actually does in nature. It's just a perfect portrayal of a slave poser life.
See, that's why I was trying to tell you. Don't conform to the machine and with man-made metals. You have to find it naturally. All gains must come naturally from nature.
It's very sad. It reminds me of Jeff Nippard. He will always be short, just like them. They will never be able to actually grow, because the reason these short guys work out in the gym is because they want to grow, and what they really want is to grow tall. And funnily enough, actually, if you work out as a teenager, you will stay shorter because you will use up the growth hormones and the testosterone for the working out. Point being, deep down they want to grow upwards, but instead they are becoming obese.
I want to go upwards.
Yeah, it's just
they're
short,
big
obese
little
guys with tattoos listening to teenage girl music.
Damn.
You get rice cakes and protein powder, rice and grounds with protein powder, or you get chicken and rice, okay? Rice base, essentially, with some protein. You know,
Why do the slave bodybuilders eat rice? Rice, for one thing, has arsenic, which is obviously insanely toxic. But besides that, it only has fiber and sugar. As I said
Okay, I'm
before,
writing notes,
even
so rice
candy would be
contains
healthier
arsenic.
because you wouldn't be consuming any of the fiber, and it wouldn't have at least
Candy
as
would be
much
healthier.
arsenic. Some candy also has arsenic nowadays. You should be eating raw meat. It's the best protein source out there. Liver for the vitamin A, which is what's
Only
going to
raw
make your
meat.
muscles grow. Blood, of course, if available.
Blood,
And,
if available.
For the carbs, you should be eating fruit.
digestion,
And then
metabolism, runs every
fruit
process in
and
the body.
blood meat.
So keeping that good
Blood and raw
digestion
meat.
is essential. If you're over here eating fucking fast food every fucking time you lift, it's just gonna fuck your gut health. And your gut health controls like how your stomach feels. You're not gonna be able to.
Man, that's hilarious. He's eating a bunch of indigestible vegetables full of antibiotics. That's what pesticides are, and actually also the natural toxins inside of them. What the hell is he talking about? He's completely destroying his gut with that meal. Jesus Christ, these guys are ignorant.
Eat as much, and then you're gonna get inflammation in your stomach. You know,
These guys are ignorant.
You know, but realistically, it's just gonna be 2
For
pounds of
real, I
inflammation
guess.
in water. If I'm not bloated after the meal, then I should have another one. 230 grams of salmon, 175 grams of sweet potato, a veggie. This is probably my favorite meal. Everything we eat is pretty much like.
It looked like the best meal so far, although if it's farmed salmon, which it probably is, then you're eating very toxic meat. If you could get wild salmon, then it would be fine.
Yeah, look at that. We only cook breakfast and like dinner. It's meal prepped from this company called Everprep. I feel like the fucking Will Ferrell from the Elf movie, bro.
Why do they eat all of those man-made toxic vegetables full of pesticides? It makes no sense. They are so incredibly brainwashed. They're really the worst body destroyers I've seen, probably.
Motherfucker be putting syrup on everything type shit. Sweet taters for the wins, man. Just like how Ma used to make it. Except it didn't have the marshmallows and the brown.
Syrup also has glyphosate. One thing that's going to do is make you infertile. Not that it matters for them, seeing as they probably already are, and as I said before, nobody would want to reproduce with them anyway.
Meal 4, I'm still hungry. Damn shame. Brussels sprouts, best vegetable.
I don't know if Goatis is like on
Talking about-
some.
Nobody likes Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts, broccoli, kale, all of this garbage comes from cabbage. It's simply a man-made vegetable which is not even found in nature. Humans created it, and now the slaves eat it, even though it's insanely toxic.
Digestion and shit. And I'm drinking this shit.
Brussels sprouts
But it's all about,
extremely toxic.
not going too far with
Only
it.
slaves eat it.
Like, I'm already taking steroids. I
I
gotta
don't
be
know if
healthy
Goatis
somehow.
is like 2000
So that's why I'm
IQ.
talking
Like
about digestion, eating clean.
it knows everything
Eating
there is to
clean,
know
what does
about
it even
dieting.
mean to
but
these idiot bodybuilders? Oh my god, they're so incredibly stupid and
kinda
brainwashed.
crazy.
It's unbelievable. You take drugs, you're
I don't really
obviously
I
down
don't
because
really
of
pick
that
up what he's
already.
putting down 'cause I'm
Why
just
would
a
you
slave too.
think that you understand anything about
as he says.
diet? It doesn't even make any sense. If you're that stupid that you go on to take drugs, then you should at least realize that you're stupid. You should look in the mirror and really look into your own eyes and say to yourself, I am probably incredibly stupid. I am an idiot. Realize that, and then realize that you don't know anything about life in any way. You should then also realize that you most definitely eat garbage food also. Brussels sprouts are toxic. Everything these idiots ate is absolutely poisonous to their bodies. It's absolute garbage. Rice is one of the worst things you could possibly eat. Brussels
Arsenic.
sprouts are too. The salmon was
Man-made
probably
toxin.
farmed, I assume, which is
Farmed.
one of the most toxic meats you could
Toxic.
possibly eat. Everything that you eat is
Oh.
garbage because you're dumb. That's why you use drugs also. You're dumb drug addicts who have incredibly deep complexes, which is why you have the tattoos. You're just pathetic. Ugh.
We got one more meal. I love the last meal. Oatmeal. Yours is oatmeal? Mm-hmm. Mine's just protein. It's always the worst when you realize that you just fucking forgot to turn the mic on. So here we are doing a voiceover. Ugly ass face. It's quite charming. Get the point you said.
Early 20s, crazy. The wrinkles are that of a 30-year-old.
That you were eating horse shit. But it looks like I'm eating horse shit, to be honest. Oatmeal again and egg whites. Mikey's eating chicken and eggs.
The oats themselves, again, only have fiber, just like the rice, and some sugar. That's it. You're eating indigestible fiber and sugar for no reason. You have to be completely ignorant to eat these kind of garbage meals.
Yeah, so you see a pattern here, easily digestible and full.
How is it easily digestible? The easiest to digest foods are raw meat and blood. And afterwards, you could say, as far as plants go, that some fruits are relatively easy to digest, but that's it. Seeds cannot be easy to digest. It's impossible because, for one thing, they have indigestible fiber. If a food has something indigestible, which is why it's not even really food, then you shouldn't be eating it. Then you can't call it digestible. It cannot be good for your digestion. Something indigestible cannot be good for your digestion. You just have to be completely drugged up and brain damaged not to realize this.
We packed of protein and carb. There's egg whites with a little bit of sugar for ketchup. Yep.
So crazy. I don't know even like
this thing crumble cookie every day, huh?
what to say. I'm just tripping out on like how Goatis explains
Here's the big
things.
girl, the big beast from the east. She's gonna be like 130, and there's Jeet. You know, come to see what we got here. What's going on?
Yeah, as I said at the beginning of the video, instead of having children, which is not even possible for them really,
Children.
they have dogs to take care of, because every man wants to, of course, have children, and in your early 20s, in nature, you would have 5+ children for sure. That's who you would be taking care of. Yeah, as I said, they're just slaves.
See if we got any dollars for him. He looks like this on camera, and then, you know, he tries to literally eat people who knock on the door. 5 seconds later, he's trying to fucking kill the Uber Eats driver. And then, yeah, I think we're going to go play Fortnite after this. So.
Of course, Fortnite after, oh my god.
Of course, Fortnite.
Video games also. The definition of loser slaves.
That's what we're about to go do right now, matter of fact.
Alright, I had heard about this channel before. I had never watched any videos. It was actually way worse than I imagined. As I said, possibly the most ignorant and dumb bodybuilders I've ever seen. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else. Sure, most of them eat garbage, and a lot of them are on drugs, but to be this ignorant about digestion and so completely oblivious about the music that you listen to, why you have the tattoos, why you're so insecure about your height, why you do what you do, that's really a new so-called high. High for loser slaves. This I haven't seen before.
In like
their lives
video,
are completely meaningless, and obviously the same as it is with women, they also want children, which is why they have dogs. Human beings in general want to reproduce, and they are way beyond their age.
Yeah, he says the same thing about women too.
They already also look way beyond their age. The wrinkles on this one guy look like he's in his 30s
you know
already.
What I mean. Taking care of dogs
disaster,
and all this sort of stuff.
It's incredibly messed up that YouTube lets them actually promote this lifestyle, seeing as they are literally promoting illegal drugs on YouTube, and they just don't do anything because the system just loves this. They want young men to get into this. Thanks for watching.
Huh.
Okay, Nate.
Is that true, chat? They want young men to do this? Let's look at the comments really quick. List of complaints. They got no kids at 21, wearing hoodie indoors, eating oats. The guy criticized them, but look at himself. He reminds me of constantly judging people. Huh. It has to be a character, though, right? Like, Goatis is obviously a character, right? Because he kind of says the same thing, a lot of the same things in other videos that I was watching of him as well, so I think it's like a Goatis is a character, I would think, right? Well, I don't know. It's so sad that Dogs only want food. They are always around when they're eating. Proud to say that because of Goatis, I learned of the natural diet today. Found the only grass-fed source. Huh. I don't know. Anyways, hope we all found that interesting. Maybe I'll be doing more React content soon. And yeah, this is a channel, and as I said, I'll be linking it in the description. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.